Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm going to do another game review today. This one is called No One Survived. The game came out not that long ago, like 3 days ago, and it already finished off with a mixed one, and then just recently has gone down to negative. Had a quick look at the reviews just to understand this, and I wouldn't normally take someone serious if they only played 28 minutes, or 2 hours is still a pretty good amount of time, but this guy has played 610 hours. And they basically said, no, don't go for it. So yeah, not sure how this is going to be. Quality-wise, at first glance, it looks okay. So we're going to try it out. Either way, there's some DLCs already for a game that is not finished yet, which I thought was a relatively interesting thing. It's on offer from £14 to £6.43. Pretty decent price for an indie game that looks decent. So without further ado, let's get into it. Straight away, we're into an AI generated piece of artwork, so not a good start. Also, this whole thing with the forced compiling shaders nowadays is getting a bit out of hand. This shouldn't be an option I have to subscribe to. Also, that's going up, not down. So I'm going to pause this, come back when it's finished doing whatever it's doing. Alright, it's nearly finished, and 3,000 shaders, 4,000 shaders later, while I'm forced to stare at this AI generated piece of shit artwork. Great start. That was also some more AI generated artwork in the background just there for a split second. I'm probably going to go ahead and play the tutorial. Let's see, upgrade your graphics card drivers. Yeah, most people would do that automatically, some people don't. Let's do a tutorial here. Oh. Don't know if you guys can see what I can see, but that is not working quite right. So why is he so shiny? I'm going to try and figure out what's going on here and why it's doing this, and I'll come back in a second. Alright, that seems to have fixed it. So we've got a relatively decent player model here. He's really shiny for some reason, and he's only wearing pants. Collect sticks and stones. Nice to have the UI laid out like this, very similar to most survival games. Let's see, space jump, C to crouch, simple. If you fall, press space to get up again. Oh, nice climb animation. I don't think this has been animated or coded by the developer. I think this is probably a pack. So far, it doesn't feel very bad. Pay attention to the weapon slots below. The first 2 slots are for long weapons, and the last 4 slots are for short weapons. So probably a little bit like DayZ, I think. So, yeah, I think that's classed as a long weapon. Let's see here. Got a sick looking sword. Oh, some of the stuff is just going on the floor. Oh, we do have an inventory here. So, let's get rid of the fire axe. And instead, go with the assault rifle. And let's get rid of the sushi knife and instead go with the pistol. Oh, we've got no bullets anyway. That's fine. Pay attention. Try to pick up the previous weapons. Swap them in different slots. We've done that, so that works. We've got steel arrow here. Did we pick up a bow? We did. Iron helmet, there we go. I mean, this feels nice so far. Now that it's working correctly. I like that it automatically puts on the clothes when you're not wearing any. That's always a nice thing. Now, clothes are notoriously difficult to do in 3D, so these look quite nice. They fit on the character quite nicely. Can I see? that was a crafting menu at the top. Yeah, it is. Great. Okay, layouts make sense. What have we got here? Flashing icon in the upper right corner here is your character status. Oh, it looks like I'm bleeding. Okay. What did that say? Open the character panel. Oh, okay. A little bit similar to Tarkov. You can use like a general first aid kit. Then you can like specifically target the limbs that have been damaged. I'm okay with that actually. I think I'm gonna get rid of this bow actually. It takes up a lot of room in the inventory. As soon as I said that, I get a backpack. Now actually, as Christmas has just gone, my partner has bought me a backpack very similar to this. I love it. Ah, we've got some building materials here. So I'm curious if the building on this is going to be similar to Rust in some way. Craft a pickaxe and craft an axe. Alright. There's a pickaxe. I like this. It makes sense there is a crafting time because things don't craft instantly in this world, so I like that actually. Alright, the crafting feels good. Chop down trees, break rocks. I didn't actually see any trees to... Wait, open the building, pick up the hammer. Yeah, okay, we've got this hammer. Right, pick up the hammer. Yep, done that. Open the building menu panel. Select wooden foundation. Align the center point with an already constructed or planned foundation, and the position will automatically be captured. Okay. Oh yeah, that's nice actually. Yeah, that's good. I feel like that's how it should be. Okay, nice. So we got some water, but it's empty. After opening the box, left click to transfer. Yeah, simple as. Plant fibres. I'll put that log in there. See, that's nice. Yeah, I like that a lot actually. Go to bed, to sleep and pass time and set a respawn point. Good to know. I don't think the bed works for the tutorial, but it'd be a good idea that I do set a respawn point. Some of the comments were saying this game has a lot of bugs. I have to say, so far, I'm really quite impressed as an indie developer that this is the quality it's come out as, and the models look good as well. Textures are nice, models are nice. It's not overly perfect, but it's not bad either. Load bearing of the house requires beams and columns. You need to place beams and columns before you can build walls. Walls and roofs, makes sense. nice that you can holster your stuff as well, actually. Try unlocking workbenches in the tech tree by unlocking plank crafting. Build your own workbench. I'm just going to turn this down a little bit. It's getting a bit loud. Build your own workbench and produce planks. Okay. I'm missing something here. I don't see a workbench here. So how do I... Wait, is there a tech tree somewhere? Ah! Here we go. In one log, 3 stones. Build it with a hammer. Oh, okay, okay. So we go here. Save zone. Protect your building from being demolished by other players. Oh, so that's like a tool cupboard. Okie dokie. Got lots of different decoration bits here and furnitures and stuff. I don't see the workbench here. We've got a crafting system that looks very similar to Rust, with the triangles and the staircases. Very, very similar. I like that. No, I don't see a workbench here. What does it look like again? The workbench will automatically complete the task. You don't need to be nearby. So what am I missing here? Maybe I need to pick up the stuff it's asking me to. Oh, I see. So it says you need the hammer, but it doesn't tell you need to learn it again first. And there it is. So let's pop that down here. Now do I got to build it with the hammer? Oh, so I don't actually build it with the hammer. So why did it force me to... So it's like, oh, build it with the hammer, but you don't need the hammer to build it, you just need to have the hammer in your hand. Make that make any sense? That's such a stupid system. Sorry, I'm not trying to be rude, that is a really bad system though. There, look at that. I can use the crafting station now. It's also got inventory space. That's nice, actually. Either way, let's have a little look around here. Oh, there's lots of weapons in this. Even snipers. I'd quite like to try that one out, if it will let me. This is giving also kind of DayZ vibes, and I'm here for it. Oh. The gun fires really nicely, actually. Let's try a different gun out here. Just get rid of that one. Try this assault rifle out. So we've got normal fire, like a hip fire, and then down the sights. Yeah, gunplay feels pretty good so far. SKS rifle. I like how sort of there's a quick shot like you could be running away. Very cool. Can you unload the rifle? Doesn't really matter, does it? Now this should be fun to use. Shotguns are always fun to use. This one holds 12 bullets. That's insane. Decals coming out the end of the gun for this one are a little bit hectic, but still, it just doesn't feel bad to fire. Let's try this secondary shotgun. This looks like a more traditional one. It's a more long barrel one. Shotguns are pretty horrendous in this, actually. I can see why people would not like it for that, but so far I've not got a great deal to complain about with this. Everything's on... oh no, it is on automatic. I'm not seeing the bad things yet. Let's get rid of that one. Take this one. Always got an AK-47 in, always. Suspiciously like a SCAR rifle. Oh, here we go. The recoil on this is horrendous. Again, it's not ruining the game for me. Looks like a deagle. And then we've got 17 bullets on this one. You know what? Let's go into the actual into the game itself. This is already 20 minutes. I'm not going to take much more of your time. We've got a nice character customization menu, admittedly. I think can we randomise it? We can't randomise it. That's fine though. Oh, there's some templates. What is that hair? Do we get to pick the hair? We kind of do. it's a nice character creation menu. Genuinely no problem with it. Alright, here she is. She's pre-clothed. Sorry guys, I didn't mean to take so much time up doing that tutorial there. But I did have quite a bit of fun doing it. That's a picture from Days Gone. I recognise the guy in the watchtower. So straight away, the frame rates are horrendous, which is not a great start. We've just got into this map. Looks absolutely huge. It really is a massive map, very similar size to a DayZ map actually, but it's very flat. There's not a lot going on here. I mean, I'm not flat like there's mountains, but look how barren this is. And this shop feels so randomly placed in the middle of nowhere. Where is this building even? The scale of things is good. A lot of developers get that wrong. Here, so we've got some standard pants, some boots, pretty standard stuff. We've also got what looks to be a bayonet or a spear. It's a spear, that's cool. Yeah, I don't really care. I don't really care what she's got to offer. All of our weaponry is slightly damaged, which again is not necessarily a problem. I recognise the sprints animation. I can't think what from though, but it works. It's fine for what it is. So I don't like the fact that the spear is just floating on the side of the backpack. That could use some work. But you can see things popping in because the draw distance hasn't been fine-tuned properly. But not only that, you can see over in the background those trees are actually just flat billboards, and that's a good way to save our performance because we don't need to see the fine details over there because we're not there. That's a really good move on the developer's part. It looks a bit washed out. I think that's what it is here. The tutorial was fine because it was in a grayscale room anyway. But this just looks a bit washed out. There you go, there's fuck all there. I like it. Searching mechanics simple. It's not overcomplicated, which a lot of people end up doing without realising. We've got that. Let's change it for this. That could come in handy for chopping some wood later. We'll keep that for now. I think that's what it is. The graphics make the game feel washed out, but they've like gone for these semi-realistic textures on some things, but not on other things. What could really be helpful here, and I can't tell if they've done it, is to add some normal maps to give this some depth, some height maps, or some roughness maps they're sometimes called. That would really give it a little bit of extra oomph. I think that might be a zombie over there. I'd like to go and kill it. Oh, there's one there too, actually. The combat doesn't feel too bad for the melee side. one of the complaints mentioned about the hitboxes, I see it. I hit that guy in the head a couple of times, and it didn't register that he got hit in the head. And in a game where it's about survival, the hitboxes are really important. That is something the developer would need to fix really quickly, actually. Now you can see here, the draw distance stops, and it stops rendering in grass, and it doesn't look very good. Also, no matter how this building was built, it would not have been built like that. So I would have rotated that back to normal size and just dragged up the landscape a bit. This could be a pre-made map with pre-made assets and stuff, but you're never sure. So just be mindful, because that building looks really funny. It's apocalyptic, but nothing's got overgrowth on it, so it can't be that long into the apocalypse. These small things, they matter. I can't get in there. I thought I saw something then, but maybe I didn't. Can't believe how unbelievably big this map is. Because of that, I can guarantee this map was not made by the developer. It was one downloaded. He may have populated it, or if he did make it, I'm really, really impressed, honestly. Ah, that's where we see our food and health and all that. You can't tell what's what. Can you see? Ah, it tells you if you hold over it. Tooltips. We love some tooltips. I'm going to have to leave this video here in just a moment, because it is getting long, and it's also 5 in the morning for me. So I'm going to go back to the Steam page and give you my final thoughts on this. See you in a second, everyone. Okay, No One Survived. Genuinely was not that bad at all. I enjoyed what I played. It's a bit rough in some areas, which is fine for an indie game, and for the price it is currently, I think that some of these were a little harsh. I only played 20 minutes of it. The guy that played 600 hours of it probably knows a heck of a lot more than what I got to see. I've really enjoyed that, actually. Get the textures right, add some normal maps, some roughness maps, give it a bit of depth. That'll look nice. That'll really, really help make the game pop. Fix that draw distance so that things don't look like they're popping in too soon or too late, because that can take you out of any kind of immersion that you have. Hitboxes, definitely fix those. The crafting menu seems fine. The firing seems fine. The melee combat seems fine. You've got a character creation menu, which is nice. A lot of games don't add that, especially indie ones. Really, really good. It's weird that you've got DLCs already. I would have thought you would finish the game first, really, really flesh it out. But if you think this game is finished and it's your first game, let me see. Is it the first game? Looks like they've made a few different types of games, but nothing quite like this one. So, really, really good job so far, developer. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Happy New Year, and tune in next time.